Hey Keith.
Hey Dan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
I'm doing well, doing well. So how are you today?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just got back from work.
Good, fantastic, fantastic. So Dan, your third full-length album, Unself, is to be out on October 24th. So would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and production that goes behind this new upcoming album?
Well, it was quite a different process compared to the last one. I mean, the last one was written and recorded during the pandemic, so we couldn't get in a room together and hash out the songs. Everything was done via email, so it was a very isolating experience. It didn't feel like a very natural way of doing things, but it's the only way we could do it because of COVID. So going into this album, we wanted to just approach everything differently. We wanted to demo the songs more, rather than just relying on guitar profiles and stuff. There was a lot more focus on getting in a room together and just really digging into the songs and, you know, putting everything under a microscope and going through all the different options that we could. So yeah, it was a much more natural and kind of fluid process this time round.
Fantastic, fantastic. That Unself has some kind of a concept or a storyline behind it.
Yes, yeah. So it's all quite depressing, but essentially the concept stemmed from I was diagnosed autistic late last year. It's been like a 4 or 5 year journey, and even though that process kind of helped me understand myself more and the world around me. It was a very, very long and kind of crazy process that even though it helped me understand myself, I realized how little the world kind of accommodates neurodivergent people and like transgender people, just any marginalized person. And I really wanted to kind of be more direct with lyrics, be more personal, but not make everything kind of about me. As much as the songs draw from personal experiences and stuff, I wanted the album to connect with other people. Like I am by obviously by no means the only neurodivergent or queer person out there. There are tons of people out there that don't feel seen or understood or accommodated. And so that was a big thing going into the album. Just being more open and honest and kind of reaching out, letting people in, being more vulnerable. And the same goes for the music. We wanted there to be a lot more kind of space and breath to it and not be kind of, all the time, like not constantly pummeling you in the head. But yeah, I'm kind of loath to call it a concept album, but I guess it's the closest thing to one that we've done.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for sharing. And a great artwork that goes behind this album. So, like to tell me a bit on the making of the cover artwork and the work behind it?
Yeah, so the artwork was all kind of sorted out by Brady.
Mm.
He was on tour. I forget what band he was on tour with. He was working for them, and he was at a festival. And in the kind of like market area, the merch area, there was a lot of art exhibitions, and he saw the artwork of this guy. He's in a band from the Netherlands called Terzijde Horde. Um, and this guy Yust, he had all his artwork laid out, and Brady was like, "Oh, that's awesome stuff." So he sent some pictures back to us and was just like, "This guy is amazing. Like, I think we should work with him." And the interesting thing about Yust is he's very much the kind of person that rather than any band giving him a particular like concept or idea of what to draw, what to paint, he very much just listens to the band's music and just kind of comes up with whatever emotions and feelings he gets from the music. And that is the kind of thing we've wanted for so long. Like from the very beginning, whenever we would hit up artists and merch designers and stuff, we were always like, here's the album, make what you think, you know. And a lot of the time people are like, I need a bit more, I need something more than that. I need like more of an idea. But no, Yerst, he very much, yeah, just puts the music on, let like sits with it, like lets it kind of lull around in his head, and then just creates what he feels. And yeah, he created a bunch of pieces. And I think the artwork was maybe the second or third piece he did, and we were just like, that one.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I had the pleasure to listen to the album in its entirety, and I have to say, nine amazing songs, beautifully written. Music was phenomenal from the start to the end. This is one awesome record that you have put up, and I totally loved each and every song from this album. And I want to thank you guys so much for putting up an amazing album this year. And as a creator, how do you guys feel about the outcome?
Oh, we're thrilled. It's easily my favorite album that we've done. It was my favorite process in terms of writing for it and all that. Um, it really kind of, I don't know, it feels weird to say that it feels like we're a new band and stuff, but it to a degree we are. Like so much has happened between the last album and this one. Um, just in our personal lives and like personal growth and self-realization and stuff like that. And I don't think we could have made that album if all those things hadn't happened. Um, we're very different people. We're a lot closer. We're a lot more understanding of each other. Not that we ever like fell out or, had fights or anything like that before, but we've grown a lot closer. We understand each other a lot more, and there just feels like there's a lot more freedom, not only with like the songwriting choices, but things just feel more, we feel more confident as a band. Like when we went into the studio to record it, um, I felt kind of anxious at first because there was nothing to be anxious about. Like whenever we've recorded stuff previously, like we've have good times recording, but there's usually like a pressure or some kind of hurdle to get over. Whereas with this one, it was just so relaxed, so chilled out. Anything we wanted to try out, we would try it out. There was no kind of time restraints. Obviously, there wasn't a pandemic going on. And yeah, it just felt so smooth and relaxing that was almost unnerving. We were just kind of like, this is weird. Like we're usually so kind of like amped up and like mildly stressed. But yeah, we're super, super happy with the album. That that's all I can say really. We're pleased as punch.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I need to speak about a particular song from this album called the last song, The World Is Not My Home. Like we used to listen to this song from childhood, most especially by a person called Jim Reeves. So
Yeah.
it's been played long time from childhood, years and years, this song's been playing. And your rendition of this song is something totally mind-blowing. I have never thought that I would listen to this particular song in this version. So you guys
Yeah.
really nailed it. It's so beautiful. The power is just amazing. I thought I was totally lost. And how do you picked up this song in particular for this album?
So it's a song that I actually was introduced to it was a YouTube essay I was watching,
Mhm.
and there's this guy called Ben Babbitt. He did the soundtrack for a game called Kentucky Route Zero, and his rendition of the song is on it, and it's on this video that I'd been watching. And I love a lot of folk and country music anyway, and I just loved the song. And the more I listened to it, the more I kind of related to it, because even though it's quite a peaceful and upbeat song with like Jim Reeves's rendition and stuff, the lyrics were so kind of, they felt so sad, they felt so despondent, like talking about how the world isn't their home, they can't feel at home in this world anymore, things will be better in another life sort of thing. There was this warring hopefulness and despondency to the song that really kind of related to me because I mean, being neurodivergent, being a queer person, like this world does not feel made for me. I don't feel made for this world. So the kind of more despondent side of the lyrics I related to in that sense, but at the same time, I do have so much hope for the world and the beauty in the world and the people in the world. And so it's just this kind of tug of war between, stop this planet, I want to get off, but also like I don't want to leave just yet. Like there's too much good in the world to, check out of it. And it's a song that I ended up just learning on guitar and like when we'd be on tour and stuff and we had a day off, I would sit and just learn the chords, sing the lyrics, and it always brought me a lot of comfort. And just as the album writing process went on, I just thought I'd give it a go, like making this like the introductory song and then the outro song and kind of bookending the album. And it just made everything fit together. Because I mean, as much as the songs are like linked in some way or another, they have a common theme. There wasn't a kind of through line to the album to tie everything together. And yeah, I wrote the intro and the last song, brought it to the guys and was like, "This is how I want to start and end the album." And at first, they weren't sure. They were like, "Okay, so what's this country song? We're just going to do a country song? Like, what are we doing?" And once we'd recorded everything and I'd shown them exactly what my vision was, they were like, "Oh, okay, we get it now."
Beautiful, 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 Dan. And then two official music video has come out so far. Let Us Live and Hang Them in Your Head. So great, great videos, amazing songs. So would you like to tell me a bit on the making of these videos?
So the Hang Them in Your Head one was the first one that we'd filmed, and it was very much a case of the label wanted us to do a performance video, and I am usually quite uncomfortable like being on camera and stuff. It's like, okay, we need to do this video, so let's do it. And ultimately, there wasn't much of like a concept behind it. It was just like get in a room and play. And then the director was like, I think it would be cool if we had the colors of the album cover just like flashing in and out sort of thing. So yeah, it was a very simple video. It was exhausting to make because you're throwing yourself around the room and like playing the song as hard as you can, like, but there's no sound coming out. You're playing to a track over the speakers. But yeah, it was very simple video. And then with Let Us Live, that was much more kind of conceptual, and it was based on an idea that Brady's wife came up with. She brought up the show Orange is the New Black and how the introduction of that show has a lot of people's faces kind of like quickly cutting. And she was like, I think that could be cool. Like, get like your trans friends and your non-binary friends and like do a kind of homage to that. And so I just kind of expanded on that more and more, kind of wrote a script for it. And yeah, we just put out a casting call to any transgender, non-binary people in the area if they wanted to like lip sync a few lines and yeah, just do this video with us. So there's, I think maybe half a dozen of us, and like each person was given like a verse to learn and yeah, just like mime it into the camera. And we wanted the whole thing of you don't see anyone's eyes until the very end because I think in this day and age, the way there's so much like hatred towards trans people, there's so much harmful rhetoric. It's so easy for more kind of right-wing people. They don't see us as people, they don't see us as human beings. So the idea of like you don't see anyone's eyes, it's just them speaking to you, and then at the end of the video, after the kind of all the sad stuff of the song is gone and it becomes like the heavy part of the song, and there's the lyric, this plea is now a demand. We really wanted, Brady came up with the idea of at the end have everyone's eyes like staring into the camera at the end. So it's like you can't look away from us now. Like we exist, we are here, and we are staring you in the face, sort of thing. But that was an amazing process filming that video. Was very liberating, and I really wanted it to be a cathartic thing for all the participants. Like, as I say, they were all trans or non-binary, and some of them brought in clothes that they never wore in public because people would be horrible to them about it. They brought like flags and things that they'd made, picket signs and stuff like that. They brought all of those in, and yeah, we just wanted to just make a statement that, we're people just as much as everyone else is. Like all this hatred that is aimed towards the trans community is just so fucking, forgive my French, it's so bullshit. And yeah, we really wanted to make a statement and shove it in people's faces because we're not going anywhere.
Beautiful, beautiful, mate. And are there plans for more videos before the release of the album?
Yes, we've got one more that's currently in the embryonic stages. Like we're just discussing concept. Well, we've just literally this evening finalized the concept of what it's going to be. It's going to be a lot more kind of artsy. We're not in the video. It's all going to be very conceptual, very slow-mo. It's all going to be very, very metaphorical and hopefully very beautiful. The ideas that the director gave to us were very, very tasteful, and I'm sure it'll be amazing. It's the same director for each video. We've been working with this person, Matthew Gill,
Mm.
who originally from France, lives in Scotland, and yeah, we worked with them before on the last album, doing the Cracks in the Pie video, and we were so thrilled with that when it came to this run the label were like, we want you to stick with one person for all three videos. And yeah, we picked Matthew out and they're doing an amazing job.
Beautiful, fantastic. And the album release is almost a month away. And do you guys have some big plans for the release day?
Yeah, so we've got a few days before it comes out, we've got a listening party in London. Uh, Brady's wife works at the Royal Society of Arts in London, and she very gracefully spoke to her people there and decided, let's host a listening party there. We'll do a Q&A there and stuff. Um, and I believe Yerst, who did the artwork, is going to be there. Like a bunch of our friends and family are going to be there. A bunch of like hand-picked super fans are going to be there. So that'll be very interesting because I mean I've been listening to the album non-stop like since we got the mixes back, but I've decided now like I'm going to have a month off from listening to it and wait till we do the listening party thing. But yeah, it's going to be listening party, and then a few days later it gets released, and then a few days after that we're going out on the headline tour. Um, yeah, that's everything that's lined up at the minute.
Fantastic. And speaking on touring, are there some international touring involved?
We're really hoping. We we have something lined up for Canada next year, and we're hoping to do like a US tour around that. Um, it's all still in the works. I don't know how much I can talk about, but yeah, we're definitely planning on getting back to the States and some other territories that we've been to before and not been to before. Like I'd love to go and do Japan. But yeah, it's all starting to come together.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Conjurer, the band's history goes way back to 2014 with your first EP release, followed by Mire, Pathos, and now Unself. So, how do you guys feel about the road that you have traveled so far?
It's it's been crazy. Like I can safely speak for all of us that none of us expected this band to get to where it's gotten to. It was very much a thing of when we started. Brady was just like, I want to do a metal band again because he'd been in like various other bands and was in a pop punk band at the time. And I was in a covers band at the time and I wanted to write more heavy stuff. And yeah, we just came together thinking like this will just be fun. Like we'll jam together, we'll get some band members, and who knows, maybe one day we'll record an album and give it to our friends. And that album became Maya and it did a lot more for us than we ever expected. Like we got to, we got to tour America twice off the back of that album. It's just like, how the hell has this happened? And like we've known bands that have been going for way longer than us, and they've never gotten to do a US tour and stuff. So we're super lucky, super grateful for where the band has taken us, and just cool things just keep happening to us, and it's really really cool. So many amazing opportunities, and we it baffles us every day. It baffles us like how much we've gotten to do. Like I remember saying to the guys like 7 years ago that at that point I'd already achieved all the things that I wanted to in a band. And so everything else has been a bonus. So it kind of feel like in 2019, I was like, I could die happy. Like we've already done so much cool shit, so much stuff that I never ever thought would be able to do. And yeah, the ball keeps rolling, the train keeps moving, and it's just exciting to just see where it goes.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I know there has been a lot of great moments over the years, but are there something special that you want to share a few with me today?
Sorry, say that again.
The highlights for the band, a few moments that you want to share with me today?
Oh God. One of the well, I think for all of us, I can say when Gajera asked us to support them on some dates in Europe, that was like it's the thing we'd been praying for that because Gojira were one of the bands that uh heavily influenced us back in the day. Like when Brady put up on Facebook that he wanted to start a metal band, he said, I want to do something along the lines of Gojira and the Black Dahlia murder. And so for Gojira to like hand pick us to go and tour with them, it was like what now? Like we've done it. Like they've asked us to gig with them. Like where do we go from here? That was a huge thing. I think my favorite experience in Conjurer was when we flew over to Tasmania to play this festival called Dark Mofo. It's kind of like Australia's Roadburn.
Yeah.
That was an amazing experience. I mean, the flights sucked, but it was an amazing experience. So many fond memories from that trip. Um, Even things like this band that we know and love, they're our dear friends, Pine. They took us out on our first European tour in like May 2018. And I remember being terrified because we'd only ever done like weekenders, like we'd gig from like, I don't know, Friday to Sunday night, and that was the longest kind of stint of gigs we'd ever done. And then, yeah, Pine took us out for a week in Europe, and I was scared shitless, but it was an amazing time, and it kind of helped me realize, oh, I can do this tour in business because I was very scared of the idea of doing that, and now it's whenever we get month-long tours, I'm like raring to go. I mean, all the US tours we've done have been amazing. They've been some of the best tours we've ever done. The last one, especially, um, we just hired an RV just the four of us driving across the states together. Um, like the camaraderie was incredible, the sights were incredible, the gigs were incredible, and the bands that we'd played with were amazing. Um, yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna pick those three. I'm gonna pick Gajira, Tasmania, and the last US tour. I think they've been my favorite experiences.
Fantastic. Thanks, Dan, so much for sharing. And then finally, any message that you have for the Conjurer fans around the world?
Well, I hope you all like the new album. It'll be out literally a month tomorrow, I believe. Uh, we've put a hell of a lot of work into it and a lot of emotion into it, and we're super, super proud of it. And we really hope people connect with it. We really hope people relate to it. And wherever you are in the world, we hope to get out and play a city near you.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Dan, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on the show. And thank you for the new upcoming album Unself. Like I said earlier, a fantastic album, totally mind-blowing album from you guys again. And thanks for your awesomeness that you guys are putting from the start when where it started until now. You guys were doing an amazing job for the metal fraternity around the globe. So thanks for everything, and I wish you all the best. And really hoping to see you guys on the road real
Mm.
soon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Keith. It's been a pleasure.